My role in MAT Holdings is that of a PP analyst, supporting implementations globally and supporting the businesses globally. My role at Meneta is that of a cross-functional business analyst supporting all areas of SAP. Meneta is a Danish-based company and a subsidiary of MAT Holdings that is based in Chicago. MAT Holdings operates mainly in two areas. One is trade between Asia and the US, and the other is production, primarily within the automotive industry. The challenge I was experiencing when I started considering programs like Winshuttle was during implementations where I needed a tool that could help me load data, legacy data into SAP fast and easy. What convinced Meneta to buy the Winshuttle solution was that they ended up in a situation with some very complex master data that took an extreme amount of time to maintain manually. During a trial period with Winshuttle, we were able to demonstrate a considerable saving in time. Well, in Denmark, I have one Winshuttle license that I use for mass maintaining master data and handling some very specific master data tasks. Then we have two more Winshuttle licenses in Denmark in two different companies being used for master data maintenance, creating and changing materials, etc. In India, there's another license that is used for material master mass maintenance, also for bill of materials and routings. And in the US, they also have a license now where they are using it for material master mass maintenance, and they've also started using it for various other things like inventory adjustments. The benefits that have been achieved by using Winshuttle within the MAT group have been time-saving benefits. Firstly, time-saving in the sense that it's a lot faster to execute the transactions using Winshuttle than keying them in manually. To pick a specific example, Meneta has a range of products which are set up as what is called co-products. And it's a very complex master data scenario. With co-products, all the materials in a co-product range are linked to each other. This means that when you create the very first co-product, you're just creating one material and linking it to one other material. The best case scenario for Meneta with their complex co-product range is the scenario where you are creating a brand new range where you only have one or two materials. This means that you can create the new material, the new co-product, and link it to one existing co-product. It's a very complex scenario where a trained user at the best can create a new material in about 18 minutes. Winshuttle can do it in 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. But if you have an existing range where there's already 130 co-products in the range, well, it still takes you 18 minutes to create the new co-product, but for each of the existing 130 co-products you need between 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes to link it to the new co-product. It's a simple MM02 transaction, but you still have to go into MM02, you have to go to the MRP2 view, you have to go into joint production, you have to go into the equivalent structure, and you have to add this new co-product to the equivalent structure of all the existing materials in that co-product range, which means that you can end up in a situation where it takes you 1.5, 2.5 hours or more to create a new co-product and link it to all the existing. So you're in a situation where the larger the range gets, the more you save. The saving increases with anywhere between 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes per material in the range. Winshuttle still does it in 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. And a very conservative estimate is that there's been a time saving of at least 209 hours just on these materials within 2 years, and that's not considering any other usage of Winshuttle. Then there's another aspect where we had a scenario where we couldn't really say that Winshuttle would save time in executing the transactions compared to the amount of work there was, but it removed a bottleneck which was very important to the business. The bottleneck at the company in Denmark was a situation where the person signing off on new materials and also creating the materials was the cost control of the company, which meant that he had a lot of duties in finance, controlling and reporting. But he also had the responsibility for master data, not only creating master data for the Danish company, but also for a company in France and a company in India. It came to a point where people were waiting long periods of time to have their master data created or maintained, and the business was suffering from it because they were having difficulty in getting master data in the system fast enough to start production and supplying the customers. The consideration was even to maybe hire an extra person to help distribute the load of the work. In the specific case, the amount of master data and the transactional time saved didn't really warrant purchasing of Winshuttle, but the benefits from using Winshuttle, the speed, totally removed the bottleneck. We ended up creating some custom Winshuttle scripts for this user, and he can now keep up with the workload without having to hire an extra person. Other potential uses for Winshuttle within the organization would be to use Winshuttle for other things than just master data, to use it for other transactional data. And besides that, there would also be benefits in creating form-based workflows in a SharePoint environment where forms could move from user to user, getting the required information, and then end up with the person that would be doing a final load into SAP.